All right, hi, this is Bill Frank with KADY-TV, and we're here at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. I'm awaiting my interview with Mr. Steve Forbes, who is just the speaker here at the library. He talked about four things in his speech, talked about monetary policy, talked about the need for less regulation, also lower taxes, no surprise there, as well as smaller government overall. Hi, this is Bill Frank with KADY-TV, and I'm here for my exclusive interview with Steve Forbes. We're at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California, where Mr. Forbes has just spoken to a group of about 1,100 people who were there to hear what he had to say on four very important topics. He spoke on monetary policy, taxation, the need for smaller government, and fewer regulations as well. After his speech, he was escorted by a team off to a reception, a private reception, and that's where we're going to meet him today to talk not only about his speech, but we want to talk about current events as well. And here he comes. He's on his way up to join us right now. Looking forward to this interview. Hi, Steve. How are you? Thank you again for doing this.
See you.
Appreciate it. I know this is a long day. I'm going to keep this to just two simple questions so we
Okay.
don't tax you any more than we have to. Okay?
I don't like taxes.
No, I know you don't. Exactly. Well said. All right. So I am joined by Steve Forbes, who is here speaking at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley. Mr. Forbes, a wonderful speech. You touched on four key areas. You talked about taxation, limiting the size of government, monetary policy, and fewer regulations. I would like you to connect the dots for my listeners, if you would, please, between two very important and timely events. As you know, there was rioting in Egypt today. The younger class there, very upset with the government, rising food prices. I think the prices have shot up 36% in the last 12 months. Tell me, what responsibility does the United States Federal Reserve have in creating some of this overseas hostility that we're seeing?
Well, in terms of the rise in food prices around the world, it's absolutely connected to what the Federal Reserve has done. When you print too much money, commodity prices go up, which means higher food prices, higher heating prices, higher gasoline prices. And in poor countries, that hits people particularly hard because they have nothing to fall back on. And a large portion of their income does go for food, so they get hit hard. Now, Egypt had other political problems, obviously, but this is what set the fire off, was the Federal Reserve printing too much money.
There you go. And now you are an expert not only in finance and corporate leadership, but of course you're an expert in politics as well, having run twice for the Republican nomination in 1996 and in 2000. So as a political insider, I'm going to ask you to give us a glimpse into the crystal ball. Who do you see as some of the front runners for the Republican nomination in 2012 against President Barack Obama?
Well, for the first time in a long time, you have a truly open field. There is no my turn candidate. So obviously Governor Romney is going to be running hard. I think Newt's going to run. Perhaps Governor Huckabee's going to run. I think you're going to see Governor Pawlenty of Minnesota. Governor Daniels of Indiana may do it. Governor Barbour of Mississippi may do it. I don't know what Jim DeMint's going to do. I don't know what Sarah Palin's going to do, but it's going to be a long list. And so I think this year you're going to see a lot of winnowing down. But I know at least 30 people are looking at the thing. Well,
shameless plug for the Ronald Reagan Library. May of this year, we're going to have the first of the presidential debates right here. So I hope that you'll be out here and maybe join us for that.
Well, I'm certainly going to look at the debate either here or on the web, because that'll be the first real view people have of who's going to be running in 2012.
That's great. We've been talking to Steve Forbes, everybody, here at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley. This is Bill Frank for KADY-TV.